welcome back to our annual predictions reading. We're going to be doing our 2025 predictions reading, where we will be going over general energies for the year, love and relationship energies, career, money, finances energies, and I'd like to finish each reading off with some advice from Spirit. I've been doing these readings since 2022, and they're some of my favorite ones that I've been doing. It's a reading that I find myself visiting periodically throughout the year just to check in with, that I find really helpful. So I hope it's the same for you guys as well. I feel like the year has already gotten started very interestingly. So let's see what we can pick up on, what we can expect for the rest of this year. As you can see, I have 3 tarot decks here on the table. So this is going to be group number 1, this will be group number 2, and right here will be group number 3. So take a moment to close your eyes, take deep in and out breaths. You can try to focus your attention at the center point in between the eyebrows as you take these in and out breaths, just to invite stillness, calmness into your space. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and go with the deck that's calling out the most to you, the one that you think is going to resonate the most with you, with your year. Remember, these are general messages, so some messages may apply, some may not. So may you also have the discernment, invite in the discernment to know what's for you and what isn't. Of course, keep an open mind. And remember, if you'd like to dive deeper into your specific energy, your specific year, messages that are just for you, I do offer personal readings. I will go ahead and leave my email in the description box below. If you're interested, you can inquire. I would absolutely love to connect and to work with you. So with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just give you guys a few more seconds to make your selection. You can always feel free to pause the video if you need more time. I will include the timestamps in the description box below so that you can go ahead and jump straight to your reading. So with all of that being said, I'll see you at your reading. Welcome to your reading. If you chose group number 1 or this tarot deck right here, then you are at the right place. We are going to be doing our 2025 predictions reading. I'm super excited to get into these messages. So we're going to go ahead and jump in right away. Let me give these cards a good shuffle. We're going to start off with the general energies of the year. What can you expect, generally speaking, from 2025? Let's see. How is your 2025 looking? What are some things you may need to work through, some themes that may be coming up? Let's see what we can pick up on. Okay, so let's see. This is looking very interesting. So what I'm seeing right off the bat is this is a year of just like slowing down, resting, replenishing, processing, I think there's a lot that you need to make sense of, figure out. Like I just feel like there's a lot of pieces and they're all scattered, and like you have to put everything where it goes, where it belongs, so that you can make sense out of something, so that you can start to see something clearly, start to see it from a different light, from a different perspective. So it doesn't look like it's a year that's going to be very, I don't want to say that isn't going to be very productive, because this is very productive work. It's just outwardly speaking, it may not look very productive, although I think you are internally making a lot of progress here. Because the more time you can take to contemplate things, to chew on things, to think things over, I feel like it's going to be really, really good for you, because your point of view, your perspective on things are going to shift, are going to change. I feel like you're going to see things with more clarity. You're going to have clearer insight, clearer vision. This could be having to do with spiritual topics or just anything in your life that you're not like sure of, you haven't been able to make sense out of, or you're confused by, or like you hit some kind of dead end, some kind of standstill, some kind of stalemate. It's like you're working through that. You're working that out within yourself. It does have to do with things that bring you anxiety. So there is like a warning here not to ruminate. Like, don't ruminate in your worry and in your anxiety and, kind of like being in a loop where you think about certain things and then it triggers you, or it brings certain uncomfortable emotions, and then you kind of just stay there and you sit there and you worry. And, they want you to be able to put the pieces together and to like make headway and to make progress, so that you're not just like looping in this never-ending, overthinking, overanalyzing energy that all it's doing, it's like bringing you sleepless nights and anxious energy. They want you to be able to make progress. And I know that this is a part of a part of the process, like sitting through the pain, sitting through the discomfort. Maybe you are going to have a period where you're looping and you're just like going back and forth, and it's not gonna be easy, because like you're thinking about things that are uncomfortable and that are painful, and your pains and your hurts of the past and all of that. But it's like you're bringing clarity to this space, you know what I mean? So that you can move the energy. So I think you are going to have to sit through some discomfort, but it's in order to move the energy, to go through like the stages of grief, to eventually find, forgiveness and acceptance. But that's not something that just, you wake up tomorrow and you can do. Like, that's a process, there's a process. There are stages. I think the stages are something like denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So you may find yourself moving through these stages this year. But I do see you making headway here, even though it's uncomfortable. You are going to put like all the pieces in their proper place. You're going to see things clearly, see things from a different perspective, make sense out of things, where it's going to bring you solace and it's going to bring you comfort and, again, acceptance. You're eventually going to feel acceptance over the things that you've had to go through, your heartbreak. You'll understand how to move forward, how to heal, how to lay it to rest, how to grow from it, find the light from these situations, what you've learned, how you've grown. And ultimately, even though it seems to be very uncomfortable, like a very uncomfortable process, I see you coming out on top, like coming out on the other side, feeling renewed, feeling passionate, I feel like you're going to have a different energy. You're going to be more vibrant, more curious, more adventurous. Maybe you're going to believe in yourself more. Maybe you're going to start the year like being so full in your pain, like being so surrounded by your pain and feeling like you're drowning in that. So it could affect your self-esteem, or it could affect, your feelings of worthiness or your activity levels. Again, I am seeing like a slowing down, but I do see that by the end of the year, you're going to overcome those things. Like you're going to have a renewed sense of self and purpose and motivation, and you're going to be feeling very inspired and again, very renewed by whatever it is that you uncover. It's going to give you direction. And I do see you standing strong at the end of the year. I feel like you are going to, if you were experiencing any sort of like low self-esteem or low worth, like no more. You're going to be feeling very comfortable in yourself, very comfortable in your skin. You're going to be feeling strong, empowered, very worthy. You'll be able to see your worth, and you'll be able to see the abundance, like the gains that you were able to attain through going through your process, through walking through each of these stages patiently. You will definitely receive some sort of fruit for your labor, for that effort. More specifically, more literally, if you want to have a baby, if you want to start a family, and that seems to be a trying process, if it's like, been failing for you, I see you being able to be successful with it by the end of the year. So you can take that literally or figuratively. Like if you might not be feeling very inspired, or you might not be getting a lot of ideas. It might feel very barren. But I feel like by the end of the year, you're going to feel very juicy and full and fertile, where you are going to see so much possibilities, so much doors opening. You're going to be illuminated. And I just feel like you're going to feel safe. There's like a safety, a groundedness. So it might not start off that way. It might start off a little bit all over the place, where you don't feel safe. But rest assured, you are moving towards that slowly but surely. That seems to be the trajectory, okay? I feel like you're going to feel very confident within yourself. You're going to want to connect with people, talk with people, bring people together. Maybe you want to host parties. You're going to want to get back out there. Like if you stayed in for a big portion of the year, there's going to be a time where you're going to want to get out there. You're going to want to dress up and be seen. You might want to date, put yourself out there, put yourself on the market, not be afraid to like display what you have to offer and who you are. And yeah, it seems to be a very good energy by the end of this year, even though it looks like it's starting off on a more difficult note. Okay, so that's general energies. So we're going to go ahead and move on now to love and relationships. So this, I'm going to leave it open. We'll see where the cards are going to take it, but this could be pertaining to, romantic love, familial love, friendship. So just love, relationships in general. Let's see what's coming up here. What you can expect for 2025 in this department. Off the bat, I'm getting that, unfortunately, which we all have, these years, but it doesn't look like it's like you have a lot of support or like you have a lot of people around you. I do feel like this is a very solitude year for you, but I do think that it's needed. I feel like it is something that's needed. Like it's good for you. It's going to be good for you. Even if, right now listening to it, you're like, ugh, But yeah, I'm just seeing that you are going to be very to yourself this year. You're not really going to be feeling like a lot of physical support. I feel like the support you're going to be feeling is more spiritual. It's coming more from the beyond, more from the divine. I feel like they're definitely going to be there to help guide you through your overthinking tendencies, through your anxiety and like your fears and your worries. Like I feel like spirit is going to be there, your angels, your spirit guides, those streams of consciousness that are, helping you from the other side. They're going to be present for sure. But physical, tangible people, I'm not seeing that so much. But I want you to know that it's not because like you're not desirable. I actually am picking up a very desirable energy from you. Like a lot of people would describe you as being very magnetic, attractive, sexy, creative, fun, adventurous. I also feel like there's an innocence to you, like you like to just enjoy what the world has to offer, you know? And you can find a lot of happiness in that. Like you can be a very animated person where if you're eating really good food, you're like, you know, like you have these really big reactions and like your eyes light up and, you know, it's an experience. Or if you have like a comfy blanket or a comfy sweater, like you can find so much pleasure and joy from that. Or if you're in a beautiful surrounding, like with flowers all around, with beautiful nature, it can really light you up. I feel like in many ways, you're the favorite. You're people's favorite. But there seems to be something that you're going through. So just because right now you don't have a lot of people around you, like reflecting, you know, this back to you, like that you do have these qualities and they're very enjoyable and people do love you and find you to be so entertaining and such a pleasure to be around, but because you may not be experiencing that or that may not be what's reflected to you because like there's no one around you, it seems that you're keeping yourself like away. You know what I mean? Maybe you are a very open person. I feel like if you're starting this year off and you're not like your usual self, like your usual happy self, like what I just described, and you're more like in a cocoon and to yourself and keeping people away, like this is a very needed process. Just honor the process and know that your true self will eventually come back. But in the meantime, I don't see a lot of people around you. I feel like you're so focused on something, like you're so focused on finding the truth, finding clarity. And I do feel like you're healing your heart space. You're taking time to heal your heart space. You seem to be very heartbroken or doing a lot of internal work where you have to visit like past wounds and past pains and things you've been through, and you're just trying to heal and you're just trying to move energy and you're just trying to like heal your heart again, you know? Maybe right now you're not very trusting of people and it's because you're going through this heartbreak and you just want to keep yourself protected and closed off and like in your own little cocoon. You're not open to like interaction, it doesn't seem. I feel like you'll be back and forth, like you'll be back and forth with wanting to get out there and be seen and share your energy, and then again like wanting to pull back and come back to yourself because like you're not ready or you're still not on solid ground, you're still not very trusting. Maybe you're still also like learning to see yourself in a highlight again, to feel good about yourself, to see yourself as worthy, because whatever you're experiencing in the beginning of the year, I feel like it has taken a hit, like your self-esteem has taken a hit or something, or like your self-worth, like you're just not feeling yourself. And you do seem to be very just blocked off, very defensive, very, again, just like not open to people being around you, being near you. Like it could be like cause like a shakiness in your energy. Like you feel very like suspicious about people being around you and you're just not trusting. So I don't think it's that people don't want to be around you. It's just maybe it's coming more from your end where you're just like, you have like a coldness to you where you're going to cut that off real quick. And it's because you want to focus all of your attention internally, like on your own process, like your own healing process, where you can kind of make sense of what's happened to you, see the truth of it. Like I feel like you need to gain footing, you know, because whatever happened, it left you like startled and like confused and in a haze and like, like what just happened, you know? And you just have to like gain your footing, like gain your balance, find your center again, like see what happened, see what the truth is, like put everything in its place. And it just seems like that's going to be taking a lot of your energy. And so I don't see you really being open to a lot of like love and relationships and people around you. I just feel like you're going to be busy, or you're not going to feel very trusting. You're going to be very defensive. And I feel like you want to keep things close to your chest. You want to go through your process alone. And this is really good. I know it doesn't sound fun, but it's something that it is very empowering once you're able to like cross the threshold and like find yourself on the other side of this. You will appreciate this time and your process, and like, you know, going through your stages. I feel like you're not sure like how people feel about you or something. Like you don't know if you have anyone. Like maybe this is why you don't trust. You're not trusting. You're not going to be quick to like let people in your life or open up to people because you don't know if you can trust anyone. You don't know if anyone has like your best interest at heart. I feel like you want to suss that out or something. You want to be able to like see people clearly before you go and like open yourself up to them. I heard Every Time I Open Up It Hurts. That's a song. It's Sam Smith. I'm way too good at goodbye. So maybe that can resonate here for you. I feel like maybe every time you open up, it hurts. Like you're such a beautiful, juicy, vibrant energy. It's like a very youthful, curious, creative energy that again, like enjoys like sensual pleasures, like what you see, touch, taste, smell, hear, you know, like you like to enjoy these things. You enjoy these things to the max. It's a whole experience. It's like a whole body experience. And so I think that you could be very open with people. Maybe you were very trusting. Like you have a lot of that energy to give. There's a lot of love energy, heart energy, connection energy, but it's like, I feel like somehow it got you into trouble. And this year is about you being able to see like, okay, where did I go wrong? Like, who did I trust that I shouldn't have? Because it does seem like you got really hurt, you're heartbroken. And so now you're, you know, there's a defensiveness. Now there's like a hold on, not so fast. I have to think this through. I have to be able to identify who's really there for me and who's really like got my best interest and who has my back and who actually genuinely cares and loves me and isn't gonna hurt me. So I think that you are just, I don't know, like you are very independent this year. It seems that you are very independent. You are just kind of like going through your own process by yourself. You're healing your heart. You're doing this so that you can, you know, like feel safe again, to open your heart, to let people in, to get close. I feel like, yeah, it seems like a year where you are going to be doing a lot of self-analyzation, you know, where you're going to get to know yourself and your energy. And I feel like you're going to see that you are a very open and giving person. And you love love and you love connection and friendship and union, you know? You love sharing. But you're going to see that that is a quality that you have to protect within yourself. And I think it's about you finding ways to be able to like protect that juiciness, protect your heart because you've been hurt. Because it's like maybe it's not super obvious to you right now, like that this is your energy. Maybe you're hearing this reading and this could be confirmation for you. This could be part of your process. This is also spirit, you know, here giving you messages, helping you to parse this out, like parse through this, that this is your energy, that you are just a very open, loving person. And you have to be able to see that part, like you have to see that within you, because maybe you can't even see that yet. Like you're so shocked by whatever happened that you're still trying to find like your footing, like you're still trying to see things clearly. Like you still don't know, like, okay, what's my energy? Like, what did I do wrong? Am I the bad guy here? Like, you know, like you can't see things clearly yet, but like this is what 2025 is for you to be able to like be able to see things clearly, see your energy clearly, see other people's energy clearly, see like what happened here. How are you moving? How are others moving? You know, it's like you're just becoming more aware, more conscious, more wise, like smarter, so that you're able to pick up on patterns and like so that you can move through life just a little bit more like with more awareness and with more like being more careful and like picking up on the signs. Like if someone doesn't have your best interest or good intention towards you, or they're being tricksters, you know, like you're able to discern that, you know? So I think you're just learning yourself, learning who you are. You're learning how to see yourself clearly, learning how you move and what needs to change so that you can keep yourself protected. Like that is a component, you know, but it's not so much that that's the main focus. I feel like you are trying to make sense out of a very specific situation. Like you're just trying to see like what happened here? What happened? How'd I end up here? You know what I mean? It's like you're stunned or something and you need to like find your balance, find your center, and then like make sense out of everything and see like what happened here and put everything in its place and see everyone, like everyone's place, like what everyone did, like be able to see it clearly. So I think you're just trying to make sense out of a very specific situation so that you can like process it and move on from it, you know? Because I don't want to say like, oh, you're just learning how to be very protective and how to protect yourself. Like, of course, that's something we need to know how to do. But also, you know, like you're not always going to know people's intentions. I wish it were that easy. Like you could just ask like, what are your intentions? Like people aren't going to tell you. Trust me, I know. I try. I'm like a very upfront, direct person. And like, I'll just straight up ask like, so like, what are your intentions? You know, but people aren't going to tell you. Like that's the thing. And you can't be like scared to live life because people don't like lay it all out for you like before you get in there, you know, before you like open yourself up, because maybe they don't know yet. Like maybe they also need to kind of go through their own process to get to know you. And like I don't even know what my intentions are, you know, like can we just see where it goes? Like there does need to be a flexibility. So I don't encourage you to be super protective over yourself, but yeah, like should you be aware of yourself and should you self-preserve? Absolutely, we all have to do that. I guess my point is like not overly, like we can't be so self-protective to the point that we're not allowing in new experiences or we like never trust anyone, you know what I mean? But again, that's all a process. I see you like right now, this year, 2025, it looks like you're not trusting anybody. It looks like you're keeping people at arm's length. You don't want to share, you don't want to trust. And I feel like it's valid. You're valid in that. You're going through your process. I guess I was just speaking more so like on the grand scale of things, like in the long term, you know, but maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself. Just be where you are right now and it's okay. You're good, you're doing great. Maybe you are gonna, you know, grow people and maybe that's okay. Maybe it's like, tell me what your intentions are. And if you don't tell me, then I can't trust you. This is part of my process. This is where I'm at as a person. And if you can't respect that, then I'm sorry, we're just not compatible right now. You know what I mean? Like that's also okay. So it's just kind of like finding a good balance and learning yourself and what you're comfortable with depending on like where you are in your process, like what you need, and taking care of yourself and protecting yourself. That is absolutely necessary and valid. I feel like you're learning what that looks like for you. And with time, you know, as you learn how to navigate these waters, I feel like, you know, you'll little by little, you'll start opening up again, being more trusting. I'm hearing that you get more trusting because you know how to protect yourself, because you trust yourself. You trust yourself to be able to like have discernment. You know what I mean? You trust yourself to be able to protect yourself. So it's like, that's what helps you to lay your guard down. So yeah, it's all part of a process. I love that. I love that. Even I'm getting golden nuggets out of this message. So yeah, that's what helps you to relax, is like knowing that you're capable of providing that safety for yourself. And then that's what helps you to relax and to trust and to open up even when you're not sure where it's going. Because the second that you get a whiff of anything, it's like you know that you can put up those boundaries and you can self-protect as needed. You know what I mean? Like the boundaries can become more rigid if they need to, if a person gives you a reason for them to become more rigid. So yeah, I feel like that this is your process. Like we're kind of getting a little taste of what it is that you're going to be processing, going through. It's really good. It's really good work. All right, so we're going to move on to finances, career, money, job. How is that looking? How is this department looking for you? Oh. I feel like you are getting your masculine energy online, which is amazing because we all need to be able to do this. We need to be able to like cultivate our inner masculine and feminine energies. And there seems to be a focus on you cultivating like your inner masculine energy because you have, like, you are very already connected to your feminine side. And I feel like it got hurt. Like you got hurt. Unfortunately, we live in a world where people don't respect feminine energy that much. So it's like you're cultivating your masculine side because you need to be able to protect your feminine side. And it looks like you're going to be successful with that by the end of this year. We got 2 more cards. Okay. So finances. Okay, so finances, it looks really good. Oh my goodness. Yes, 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 and more yes. Your finances look amazing. I feel like it's very intuitive at this point, your finances. Like you're good. It seems like you seem to be very good here. Like you're already doing something that's working for you. And so it seems to just be like very intuitive, a very intuitive process. This is an area in your life that not a lot of people can touch. It seems that you are already solid here in this area. You already know like what you're heading towards. You know, like how to solve any issues like in this department. If there are any issues, any problems that present, you know exactly what to do. Again, it seems very intuitive. You know how to protect your money, how to protect your finances, how to stay in a good, stable place where you are being profitable, self-sufficient. I see a lot of success in this department for you. I see you getting your money, feeling very comfortable, very stable here. You're sitting pretty, okay? It seems like you're good. Like you're able to pay your bills. You're able to do things for yourself. You're able to take care of yourself too. Like if you need a massage, if you need a manicure, you know, you like to do whatever it is that you like to do, you know, that it helps you to feel good emotionally. Maybe you're taking on a lot of healthy practices because as we know, like you have to take care of your physical health in order for your mental health to thrive. So I feel like your health is a very, like, it's very important. Like I'm seeing someone going and like getting their IVs, like getting, you know, the drip, like the nutrients, you know, making sure you're hydrated and you have everything you need to be balanced. You know, maybe you're taking yoga classes or meditation classes. I just do see like a lot of like self-care. So, you know, like having the finances, the means to be able to take care of yourself in these ways, where if you want to go buy yourself some clothes, you can, you know what I mean? Like you can do these things that are considered like luxury, like it's a luxury for you to be able to go get your hair done or buy yourself something outside of like your basic needs, like taking care of your basic needs. Like I feel like you're going to be able to take care of your basic needs and then some, like, and then you're going to be able to do things that are very emotionally like satisfying and like support you emotionally. You can even travel this year or work. You may need to travel for work, but it seems like you're very comfortable doing so. You may need to like negotiate something, like stand up for yourself or something, or go for a certain position. Like if a certain position opens up and you're like, that's mine right there. Like it's like you're going to be going for something full force. Like this is mine. Like you're going to stand up for something that you feel you deserve, that you need. And it's going to put you in a position, like in a very solid position financially. I see you having clarity here, courage to get what's yours. Is it formation? I think I'm hearing formation. Beyonce song, she says like, I dream it, I work hard, I grind till I own it. So yeah, I dream it, I work hard, I grind till I own it. That's the energy. I feel like this area for you, it's very, like you feel very confident here. Like this area looks very, very good for you. So that's great. That's really, really good. I'm happy to report that good news. You got this part down. It seems like you know exactly what to do. You know what to stand up for. You know what to go towards. You know, like what negotiations to make. Like, I just feel like people can't play with you. People can't play with your money. I'm hearing a lot of Beyonce because now I'm hearing that other song where she's like, don't play with my money, honey. Like, that's you. Like, you're just like, when it comes to this, can't touch this, okay? It's like you have something going for yourself, and if anything is threatening this space, you know exactly how to fight for it, what to do, what to go towards, what negotiations to make. Like, you will literally fight. like don't mess with me, you know, like kind of thing. Like, don't mess with my money, honey. You take that very seriously. It seems like you're very successful here. You're going to be able to have the means to do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. It seems like you have what you need and more. And like, you're good. You're coasting. It's very intuitive for you. You're not worried here. You seem to be very confident in this space. Like, everything is good. Yeah, you may be traveling. I don't know if it's because of work, like traveling due to work, or if you're just traveling like for vacation. Like, you'll have enough money to travel for vacation. So yeah, make sure you fight for it. You stand your ground. You defend whatever, you know, is rightly yours. Or if you see an opportunity, you jump right in. Don't even think about it. Even if there's like a lot of people like going at it, like at the same opportunity or something. You just seem to be very successful here. Like, you're gonna get yours. You're gonna come out on top. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pull an oracle card to give you like a last piece of advice. Two came out. Okay. We have Her Grace, number 17, and number 35 with intimacy. So either of those numbers could be significant. Or the number 8. Wow. 8. Definitely number 8 is significant here for you. I'm thinking the 8th house, that's very scorpionic energy as well. So yeah, you're dealing with like endings, transitions, going deep, uncovering certain things, working through like the muck, through any shadow material. The 8th house also talks about like resources that you share with other people. So like investments or real estate, I'm hearing, contracts, I don't know, these sort of things. Okay, so number 17, Her Grace. It says the goddess is awakening within your life. It may be within your own body, with an essential deepening of relationship with your own body or with the body of another, through expanding creativity, a sudden burst of feeling that you cannot logically explain, a desire to move, to dance, to express yourself, to sing, to write music, to draw, to play in nature, to swim and to collect shells and lie on your back in the moonlight, gazing at the stars. Let her reach you. She is calling to you from ancient times, calling you to allow her more deeply into your life. Celebrate the divine feminine. She is coming to life for you. Whether man or woman, your life is about to be touched by her magic, never to be the same again. This oracle brings you a message. There is a woman who brings divine blessings into your life, who is trying to connect with you more deeply. The blessing may be one that is obvious or one that is hidden in a challenge. The woman may be your own body if you are a female, or your own inner feminine if you are a male. It may be a spiritual or physical being, the great mother, your lover, your sister, or your dearest friend. It may be a woman as yet unknown to you, but who holds a soul contract with you, an agreement predestined to awaken you. The empowerment will come to you not by rejecting what is offered by this feminine presence, but by embracing it and finding your truth through it. This is exciting because it means that you are growing. You are entering into the feminine temples of wisdom and finding a home there. Wow, that's so beautiful. I absolutely love that. Absolutely be open to that. I feel like that's more representative of like the end of the year for sure. Either you're going to like reconnect with that, or you might connect with that for the first time. I was picking up that you're very already like connected to your feminine energy. But of course, take it how it resonates. It could be that you are healing your heart so that that big, beautiful, juicy energy can like really expand and move you forward, be what like moves you forward. If you don't resonate with being, that way that I described earlier, if you're like, I don't know, that's not me, well, that's your potential, honey. That's your confirmation right there. Either you already know that's your potential and you're just going through something right now, but you're going to find yourself again, or you're going to start to like awaken to this potential, to who you really are, like that this is you, underneath all of like the hurt and the pain. This is who you really are. Okay, so number 35, intimacy. It says, your vulnerability is the key to your growing spirituality. Now is the time to share yourself openly without pretense or defensiveness. Let down the barriers that have held you apart from another, from the divine, from the world, and let yourself be held by the experiences of your life without needing to defend against them. Expect nothing and be open to receive everything. Your vulnerability is your way forward now. You are learning that you have enough strength to truly surrender. You are brave enough to allow yourself to be truly lived by the divine. The message of this oracle is that you have recently opened yourself up in new ways to meet the world and your loved ones, or are considering doing so in order to share something of yourself with another. Do it. You are ready to be seen and received more than ever before. You guys, I love that. It sounds like truly a celebration of the divine feminine, which is exactly what we need. Oh my God. I'm all for that. I'm all about that. I will talk about it till I turn blue in the face. It's so beautiful. I love this energy. So I feel like this is what you're working up towards this year. So I think this is like really good advice for you as you go through like, whatever painful process you need to go through. Make sure that you take time out to smell the flowers, to connect to yourself, to play, to explore, sensual pleasures like scent, touch, taste, feeling, color, paint, play with color, play with your fashion, find what moves you, what brings you into connection with yourself and with your present moment. I feel like these are things that are going to help you through, that are going to help nourish you through this time. And remember, I said like spirit is going to be here with you, your angels, like this is how they're going to be present with you through whatever it is that you're going through. This is how you're going to feel them carry you through your process here. And this is what like you're getting ready to be comfortable in. So that is absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy to have been able to deliver this 2025 prediction for you. Please let me know your feedback, if anything resonates, or if anything resonates throughout the duration of the year. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Take good care of yourself, and until next time, bye. Welcome to your reading. If you chose group number 2 or this deck right here, then you are in the right place. Today we are going to be doing a 2025 predictions reading. We are going to first start with general energies for the year. So let's see, what can you expect, generally speaking, from 2025? Let's see what the general energies are for you. I haven't used this deck in such a long time, and I love this deck. So I'm really excited to be using it. But okay, let's see what we can pick up on for you. Okay. Okay. So general energies for you guys. Okay, so I'm sensing that you guys are not really trusting yourself right now. I feel like there's some kind of a decision here that you need to make. Like you're finding yourself at some fork in the road or something, or there's like an elephant in the room. There's something that you need to acknowledge, that you need to address, that you need to express, talk about, make a decision about. And it is like causing you a lot of anxiety and overthinking. Like this decision could be keeping you up at night and you don't really know what to do about it, how to solve this problem, how to move forward. And it seems that you aren't trusting in yourself. Like you're not trusting in your ability to be able to like sort through this and like work your way through this and make the right choice, make the right decision. You might be stuck on this for a while, or if this is like multiple, this is just the energy, because again, this is just the general energy. So maybe generally speaking, you're just gonna feel very overwhelmed and like not really sure how to move forward or like how to navigate the situation, what to do. You're going to be like second guessing yourself and questioning yourself and your capability and your capacity to be able to like move through this. But I do see you getting some insight eventually, okay? Maybe you might be stuck here for a while feeling those energies, but I do see you eventually like getting that aha moment, like that light bulb moment where you're going to get clarity and like you're going to get a higher perspective. You're suddenly going to like know what to do, what to say, how to move forward. Maybe you're just like waiting for some kind of communication or like some kind of new information or something to come through. And if you are waiting for that, I feel like it's going to come. It's showing itself here. But it does seem heavy. It seems heavy. So maybe you're like afraid of receiving some kind of news or some kind of information or communication. You're like afraid of it or something. And you're going to receive it. I see like it will be coming in. And it is going to like make you feel heavy. Like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, or like you have like a ton of responsibilities to like have to fulfill. You're going to be feeling very exhausted, like there's a lot on your plate. And I feel like you might be feeling burnt out. I recommend a lot of sleep for you guys, like a lot of meditation. I just feel like things feel like out of your control or something. You're not feeling very solid and stable within yourself. You're feeling very like not sure. And then when you do get this insight or clarity, like higher perspective or something, like some truth energy comes in to give you some kind of direction, it feels heavy. So maybe you're like running away from something here. I feel like deep down, like a truth, like deep down something, but it's like you want to be wrong, because if you're right, then I don't know, it feels like it's heavy, it feels like painful. Oh, group number 2. It feels like you want to be wrong about something. You want to be wrong. You wish it could be different. But I think like the sooner you face it, the sooner you can move from it, because you don't want to just stay stuck. Like I feel like if the more that you just like try not to look at it, try not to address it, try not to acknowledge it, like then you're just going to stay stuck, and then you're going to keep ruminating like in this negative thought pattern, like you're not going to be moving forward, So the sooner you can just accept it and then, go through whatever it is you need to go through, because it does seem to be very uncomfortable. And that seems to be like what you're trying to guard yourself against, like prevent. It seems like that you have to go through something really uncomfortable and heavy and burdensome. And so you're trying to like hold off as much as you can. But the more that you hold off, you're just delaying things. If you can just accept things and just walk through the door and accept the cards that are dealt to you, you know what I mean? Like just accept whatever is at your door, whatever is meant for you to like carry, to pick up, to do right now. Stop trying to avoid it. Like the sooner that you can just like, okay, I can do this, because it's like you don't trust yourself, like you don't believe in yourself. And it's okay, like it's okay to feel afraid. I'm not trying to like push you or anything. I feel like you do need to prepare. It doesn't seem like it's an easy, like whatever you have to go through here, it doesn't seem to be easy, but the only way out is through, you know what I mean? Like you can't really avoid it. So the more that you just try to like keep pushing it back, like keep it on the back burner, the more it's just gonna sit there. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be there instead of you taking accountability or like being responsible, taking ownership and just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I have to do. If these are the cards I'm dealt, then it's for a reason. You know, like trust it's for a reason. I love you so much, group 2, and I want you to know that I am giving you these messages out of love. But I do think like it's like of your own doing or something. It's like you cultivated a certain situation or like a certain reality, and now like the karma of that, like you have to face it. You have to face the karma of something that you did. And it doesn't look to be good. I'm not going to lie with you. It looks heavy. It looks painful. It looks like a lot. But it's like Spirit is showing me that it is of your own doing. And so therefore it's like fair, like it's just or something. And they're saying that you are capable. The fact that you don't believe in yourself and that you don't think you're capable, that's an illusion. They're saying you are absolutely capable. You can do this. I'm hearing we wouldn't give you, like we wouldn't put in front of you something that you're not capable of. Like they're saying you are capable of this. You can do this. You have everything you need. You have all the resources. You can move through this. You can do it. You just have to believe in yourself. Okay? Is this a hard situation? It looks like it is, but you can do it. You can move through it. You have what it takes. So where the mentality has to shift is in self, like believing in yourself. I feel like you're being called to protect something, protect a child, protect your inner child, protect love, like pure energy, protect innocence. That's what it feels like to me. You need to protect innocence, protect purity, protect love, heart energy, children. Maybe you need to apologize to someone. You need to take ownership and get like whatever punishment is due. I feel like you know it. Like you kind of know it, but you don't want to know it, or you don't want to see it, or you want to be wrong about it. So the truth is uncomfortable, is what I'm saying. Like the truth of the matter is uncomfortable, and that's why you're trying to avoid it. The Spirit like wants you to be like a good friend, to be supportive. And if you were to do that, then like you would take what's yours to take. You know what I mean? Carry what's yours to carry. I feel like as long as you don't carry what's yours to carry, like someone else is carrying it. I feel like it's an innocent person, and you have to see the truth about that. Super interesting, group number 2. Okay, so that's general energies. So generally speaking, it seems like you need to pick up the mantle, be responsible, take accountability, even if it's uncomfortable. Believe in yourself that if this is what's presenting, it's because you can handle it, that this is what's right, that you can do this. And they want you to take action and like prove yourself, you know, prove who you are truly and what you're going to stand up for, what you're going to protect. It's like what's important to you. Prove what's important to you. And I feel like it's protecting innocence, heart energy, spirit, you know, love. It could be children. Yeah. Very, very interesting. So let's move on. Let's see what comes out for love and relationships for you for 2025. I'm hearing year of revelations. It's like your year of revelations or something. And it's like your year to like prove yourself. I don't know. I keep hearing that as well. Like show yourself, show who you are, prove yourself. What's important to you? What are you going to stand up for? What are you going to like ride for? What are you about? Like truly. It's like a defining moment for you. Like what are you going to do? It's like you can't act out of self-interest here. It's like your opportunity to show like you don't only act when it's like self-serving or when there's some sort of like something that's of self-interest. Can you move in a way that is pure, that is true, that is protective of the right things, even if you're not benefiting in any way? It's like a virtues test or like a morals test. That's what it's giving. It's like doing something that isn't really benefiting you in any way. It's like doing something And even if it's going to be heavy and burdensome for you to do, it's because it's like you're doing it for something other than yourself, you know? You're doing it even if it's not easy. You're doing it because it's what's right. Okay. So let's see. Love and relationships, what's coming through here? This could be any relationship, familial, friendships, romantic relationships. I'm leaving it open and just letting the cards direct wherever they want to go, whatever they think is going to be most important for you guys to hear. Let's see what the energies are for you for 2025 regarding love and relationships. Okay. Aren't these cards so beautiful? I'm obsessed with them. I don't know why I don't use them. Okay. Sorry, I think it's a little crooked. There. So it looks really good. I feel like there is like a really solid relationship here that seems to be coming out, and you seem to be very, very excited about. And oh, this is beautiful. This is great. So I'm seeing that there's like potential here for something really, really solid to take root. There's going to be an opportunity here for a relationship to grow, but it's in the very beginning stages. Like right now, it's just like a seed, and it depends how you nourish it. But whatever this opportunity is, whatever this seed is, this opportunity for love, friendship, it seems to be very solid. Like it can stand the test of time, but of course it's like it depends how you nourish it. But I do see you very, very interested in it. Like you're very curious about it. It inspires you. It motivates you to move. You want to talk, like you love talking to this energy. You have good people or a good person in your life, and I feel like they're going to lead you in the right direction. Like this is where this these messages, this insight is going to come from. It's going to come from this person. They're going to push you, you know, to do the hard thing. Like it's like, yeah, I know it's not easy, but life isn't always easy. You know, life isn't always like rainbows and butterflies, and sometimes you have to go through difficulties. You have to take responsibility, you know. Like I feel like this person is pushing you in the right direction is what I'm getting. And like they're doing it out of love. Like even though they're pushing you to move in a direction that it's like it's heavy, it feels like it's heavy, and like there's a lot of weight on your back, like there's a lot of things you have to carry, and it's going to be exhausting and tiring and everything. It's like they're doing it out of love. They're doing it because they know that it's like the right thing to do. It's the right direction to go in. These people or this person is really, really motivating you to do the right thing. And again, the right thing doesn't look comfortable, but this person is like everything this person says and communicates, like the messages that they give you, like this is where it's guiding you, and it's from a place of love. I feel like you feel really strongly for this person. You feel like I feel like it's a new relationship. It looks like it's a new relationship to me, and I don't know. Like it feels like it's taming you in some kind of a way. So if there was anything that you've ever felt like ashamed about or something, this person is helping to heal that part of you, helping you to make things right. So it's like you can make amends. That's what it is. They're helping you make amends. They're helping you make amends. They're helping you be strong and take accountability. I feel like it's not that you are a bad person. I feel like the things that you've done, it's because you don't believe in yourself, or you didn't think that you could do something on your own. So you attached to unhealthy things that created like some kind of unhealthy circumstance that now you have to like make your way through, and you're trying to like avoid it because, you know, I feel like it's innocent. Like, you're not in this situation because you're a bad person, you know what I mean? It's because you don't believe in yourself. It's because you lack like self-esteem or self-confidence or something like that. But this person believes in you. They're pushing you in the direction that they feel you need to go in to like thrive and to be successful, you know? Even though it seems like the direction they're pushing you in, it's a painful one, but it's almost like they're doing it out of love. It's like they know you need to pass this threshold in order to be successful. So I think like you're getting a lot of motivation and a lot of encouragement and like good advice from someone that you feel really deeply connected to, that you feel strongly about. And I don't know, I feel like you want to like show them, you know? Like, it seems like you want to show them, like, you're super nervous, like you're very nervous, you're still very anxious, and like, you know, you don't know if you can do this, but like your love for this person, the strong connection you feel for this person, I feel like you feel like a strong connection in your heart for this person. You feel like this person could be healing your heart. Like, you feel like you're being tamed in a way by this person. And I feel like you want them to see that you can do it, and that like you're brave, that you know that change needs to happen, and you want to show them like outwardly and publicly that change is happening, and that you're doing it, that you're doing what you need to do, that you're being a team player, that you're like cooperating and you're doing your part, and you're doing your part and you're doing it happily because you know it's your part. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know it's yours to carry. I don't know what movie it's from. For some reason I'm hearing, she's like, well, I want you to do the dishes, and like, I want you to help around the house. And he's like, okay, I will then. And she's like, but I want you to be happy about it. Like, she's like, I want you to do it happily, you know? Like, I want you to want to help, like that. It's like, I want you to be happy to do it. I want you to want to help, because you know that you doing this, it's good for everyone. So you're not doing it being bitter and resentful and like, but you're doing it happily. But yeah, it looks really good in the relationships department. I don't know if this is romantic. Let me see if I can get any clarifiers to see what kind of, it looks friendly. It looks like this could be someone, you definitely have like a soul bonds with this person, because I'm saying that it's a new relationship. But it's like you guys are so comfortable with each other, like maybe you guys know each other from past lives or something, or this could be someone that you knew from like your childhood or something, and like they're just coming back into your life now, so it's like you're getting a new beginning with them. But I do see crush energy, and I do see like a lot of like feeling very motivated and inspired by them, and like very attracted to them. So yeah, it could be romantic. It could be anything. It could be romantic or friendly. I'm not really sure, but it looks like something new. It looks like a new relationship. Let me see. So it could be a relationship with somebody that you, I think you're just trying to make amends with someone. Maybe you want to have a new beginning with someone, and like, yeah, I think you're just trying to make amends. This year is like about making amends for you, group 2. You just want to make amends. You want to see where you were being distant, where, I don't know. I feel like maybe you felt like you won, but then it was like a hollow win. Like, you started seeing like, I don't feel good about that. It doesn't feel good to quote unquote win, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I came out on top, you know, but then it didn't feel good. Then you felt like, I feel like shit, you know, like I don't feel good. And like now it's like you want to make amends. You want to take responsibility. You want to do the right thing. Yeah, that's what it is. You want to be compassionate. I feel like maybe you weren't really being compassionate. You weren't using your heart space or something. And now like you want to. It's all about making amends, taking responsibility, picking up the mantle, taking accountability. Yeah, and like doing something because you know it's right and it's what's fair, and believing yourself, like believing yourself that you can. So it looks really good. It's like wanting to have a new beginning with someone, or if this isn't someone from your past, it could just be like you don't want to repeat the stuff from your past. You know what I mean? Like you want to do it right this time. Okay. So let's see what the energy is for your career, finances, work for 2025. How is this department of your life looking? Let's see. Okay, so let's see. So career looks really good for you. I feel like you are going to be like in the public eye. You're going to be very visible career-wise, very successful, very courageous. I think you're going to be like following your heart in some way, like being very warm, very protective, doing what's right. Again, even if it means you're not going to be profiting here, you're going to be very protective, very warm. You're going to do the right thing. You're going to be very courageous, like a good role model, even if it means that something is like falling apart. I feel like you're letting your heart and your emotions like guide your way forward. Like you want to feel good inside about your influence and your presence and how you impact, you know? You want to feel good about that from the inside out instead of like just doing things because it's good money-wise and you're going to gain, but you don't care how that affects other people as long as like you're gaining and winning. It's like, no, you know, like you could be like switching things up. So things could be feeling like they're falling apart, like they're crumbling. Like I feel like you do have to end certain things, certain practices or habits that you had around work and making money, career, whatever. I do think it's going to be difficult. Like it's going to feel heartbreaking, but it's like, you know that you're doing the right thing here. Like what's good for everyone. Like you're considering everyone instead of only considering yourself. Like maybe you're seeing in the ways that you were selfish. And so you're ending things or putting a stop to things that you had initiated, that you started, that either you're not proud of or that wasn't going to be good for other people. Like now you're seeing it differently. You don't have the eye of like, but I did this like to win, to gain. It's like now you're seeing like, yeah, I would have won and I would have gained, or I was winning, I was gaining in a certain way, but like at what expense? Like what was the cost? You know, like now you're not feeling too proud, and like now you want to be different. Like you want to be upright and like moral and like have standards, you know what I mean? And you want to be more of like a father figure. Like father figures, like they're like good role models and they give good advice and they're protective and they're warm and they tell you the truth and they guide you, you know what I mean? Like you want more of that energy versus like power and like being on top and money and gains, you know? So I feel like there's something that is like a perspective shift that is happening, and you are going to be like, certain things are going to be crumbling down. And so there is like heartbreak energy around this. But I feel like your focus now, like your attention is now like on the well-being of all. I'm also hearing the means and the ends are one. So maybe you were like justifying the means, you know, to get to a certain end. But now you're seeing like the means and the end is one. So the things that you did and the actions you took to create your ends, like you're seeing that this matters. You're not justifying it anymore. So now you're seeing like there are consequences to what you've done. So I don't know, like I just feel like you're focusing more on like ethics and like doing what's right and like being responsible. And I feel like you're getting a perspective shift around this. So you may actually be losing money, but you're gaining heart. You know, you're gaining heart and like morals and justice, and like you're being honest and truthful. And I feel like you have to experience the heartbreak, the pain. It's teaching you. Let this heartbreak be your teacher. Like Yeah, oh my gosh, it's like you're not afraid to face the hardship. You know what I mean? Like the general energy is like you being afraid and you wanting to avoid it. But when it comes to your finances and career, it's like you understanding that this is your teacher and you working through this obstacle is going to provide some kind of fruit. You're letting this be your teacher and you're learning. And you working and learning through this is what's making like, I heard that Mulan song, like, I'm gonna make a man out of you. Yeah, it's like it's making a man out of you. I feel like you're connecting to your heart. You're connecting to your emotions, to your heart. Like you want to feel good about yourself. Like you don't want to feel like a piece of shit, you know? Like you don't want to feel like you're a bad person, you know? Like you take shortcuts and like you justify like the shady things you do for self-interest and gain. Like you don't want to be that guy or that girl, you know? That feels very hollow and empty. And it's like, it doesn't matter if it, like, if you make money, like it feels like you're poor. And I feel like you want to feel successful in a different way. And that's like from the inside by doing the right thing. Like, even if you don't make more money, like in the material world, it's like, it feels very abundant and very successful in your inner world. Emotionally, you're going to feel so much better about yourself. And you see like that matters, you know, that has an impact. It impacts how you feel about yourself. And it takes a focus off of the material world and puts more of an emphasis on the inner world, but also like an importance on the inner world, where it's like, this is just as important. Like I need to take care of this part too. The material world isn't the only thing that exists. Like I can be successful and be thriving and whatever, but like I can feel horrible about myself. And I feel like you don't want to feel horrible about yourself. You want to feel like a good person, like you have a good heart. You want to feel like you're pure. You want to get your innocence back. You want to get that heart energy back. You want to be responsible. This is definitely like cultivating masculine energy, like taking charge, doing what's right, taking right and proper action. And yeah, that Mulan song, I'll Make a Man Out of You, could be relevant. And the funniest thing about that movie is like Mulan is a woman, but like she proved to be like a better man than the actual men there. So maybe that could be true for some of you. Like if you're in a female vehicle, it's like you're proving to be more man than the men around you, you know what I mean? And I think this is like how to be a man, how to protect and defend what you're supposed to protect and defend, you know what I mean? And you don't have to be a man, like a male. I mean like your masculine side that is protective and that creates that safety. It's like knowing what to protect, you know what I mean? Like for real, like what you're supposed to protect and protecting what you're supposed to protect. I feel like that's such a big thing in our world. Masculine energy turns against the very thing it's supposed to protect. There's a deep imbalance when it comes to that. And there's this quote that I really love and I'm thinking about, and it says, what deep injustice it is when the thorns don't protect the rose it was intended to protect. Like the thorns go against the rose that they were intended to protect. Like it was doing the opposite of its purpose, of its function. So I think like something is righting itself, something is balancing itself out here for you in 2025. So I'm going to go ahead and pull an oracle card for you as a last finishing piece of advice from Spirit for 2025. So let's see. I'm gonna make a man out of you. It's making me want to watch that movie. There's another quote from Mulan though. I think it's like the live action one that it says, the flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. And then that's also the lotus plant. Like the lotus plant does that. Like it has an ability to rise up and bloom even from like challenging habitats. So it like symbolizes the ability to overcome challenges and adversity. Okay, we have towering magnificence for you. The number 30 or the number 3 could be important for you. So I'm going to read from the book. Okay, it says, you are entering the presence of the truly great and sublime divinity. It is without form, yet exists within all forms. It is humbling, and yet asks nothing of you. It just is, and when we encounter it, we are moved beyond words, beyond mind, and into realms of the heart that we may never have experienced before. It takes a brave soul to meet the towering majesty of divine presence. It can be a terrifying experience, as limitations, preconceived notions, and identities crumble in the wake of its light. You are being brought to this place out of love because you are ready. Your soul has been craving connection to something so much larger than itself, to find something worthy to which it can devote itself entirely. This greatness is becoming available to you now, to be witnessed to the extent that is helpful, so that you may find the greater purpose of service which your heart craves. You are ready. Oh my God, I feel like already hitting. Okay, this oracle brings you comfort that your inner path, your opening up to direct experience of the divine presence is happening now, according to divine timing and grace. This is also confirmation that you are connecting with your spiritual guidance more consciously now, and that any sense of self that appears to be falling away from you now is because your divinity has outgrown it, and a new awareness is taking its place. Wow, couldn't have said it better myself. And then the little poem is mighty sentinels connecting heaven and earth, wisdom of the ancients waiting for those who listen in the quiet. I feel like I don't even want to say anything else because that was perfection. Beautiful ending. I feel like it wrapped this reading up nicely with a little bow. That was so beautiful, and I just feel like you are going to be moved by love. So just enjoy the experience, enjoy the process, and know that it serves your growth. And I feel like this is truly going to give you the ability to have like enduring relationships and friendships, and like to be loyal, to like act out of love, you know, true love. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me know how that resonates for you, whether things are already resonating or if throughout the duration of the year you find that things resonate. I would love to hear from you. I love hearing your feedback. I'm so happy to have been able to give this message to you, these 2025 predictions. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Take good care of yourself, and I hope to see you around here again soon. Bye. Welcome to your reading. If you chose group number 3 or this tarot deck right here, then you're in the right place. We are doing a 2025 predictions reading today. So let's go ahead and jump right in with general energies for the year. Generally speaking, let's see what you guys can expect. What themes will be coming up for you this year? What energy will you be moving through? Let's see what comes up for you guys. Shh, don't tell anyone, but I also chose this pile. So I should say, let's see what comes up for us. I like to play along sometimes too. So I'm super curious and excited to see what comes up for this one. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So, right away, the message that I'm getting is that this is a year of a lot of clarity, a lot of insight, a lot of just taking the time to really reflect upon things and being able to get to the bottom of things, like being able to see things clearly and to have a higher perspective, to solve things, like solve the riddle. And it seems, because of this imagery that I'm seeing with this deck, that we are maybe not going to love the truth of what we see. Like the things that we uncover, the things that we are seeing clearly, the clarity we're receiving. I feel like it's almost like off-putting, like, ugh, like I wish it were different. It's like the truth is that the truth hurts type of an energy that I'm seeing here. So I feel like we are going to be getting to the bottom of things. We are going to be finding the truth, like I said, getting to the bottom of it. But what we find may not be what we wanted to find. It's like almost painful to see the truth and to look at it. That saying, like, the more you know, the more you expand your consciousness, the more you get to see both the good but also the bad, And when you have access to seeing more of the bad, like a side of you is happy that you see it, like a side of you is glad that you can see it now so that you can move accordingly. But then there's this other side of you also that's like, ugh, like ignorance is bliss, you know what I mean? Like, I wish it weren't like that, or I wish I didn't know that, because now it's like you have to accept something that's potentially difficult to accept. I'm just sensing an energy of like, I wish it was different. Like, I wish this wasn't the reality. I wish this wasn't the truth, But it is. And once you've seen it, you can't unsee it, It's like the genie can't go back into the bottle type of situation here. So this could be happening for you like in a workplace, or surrounding friends or people that you work with, people that you have to like interact with, that you're part of the team, that you have to like rely on because you guys work together. And I don't know, maybe you're seeing like a different side to these people that you didn't know was there, you didn't know existed. It's like you thought everyone was like you or something. I'm seeing like you thought you guys were all on the same wavelength, like you understood each other, you spoke each other's languages, like, everyone's on the same page. But then you notice that these people are like nothing like you, or they're like on a different wavelength entirely. You guys don't have the same vision. It's like you thought that you guys were heading towards the same direction, like moving towards the same way. And then you're realizing that, no. I just feel that you were trusting this, like you were trusting that everyone was like you. And you guys all like had the same beliefs and wanted to build like the same things, But you're realizing maybe that these people are different, their outlook is different, what they're after is different, their why is different. You guys are not on the same wavelength, on the same frequency. So I think throughout the year, you're just going to see this like more and more. And yeah, I feel like truth hurts, That's what I'm getting. Maybe it has something to do with like purity, heart energy, love, the things that people believe in, like spirituality, religion, like whatever it is that people believe in, the beyond, whatever is out there that is greater than us. I feel that you're someone that's very loyal to that. You consider that. You want to stay in alignment with that. And you're realizing that other people are just like wearing a mask, or they don't hold these things to the same importance like you do. Like it's not as important for them to live up to that, to something bigger, to something greater, to stay in alignment with truth, to prioritize that, to consider that, to consider love and purity, like true, genuine, unconditional love. I'm seeing, like if you see this card right here, let's see if I can. You see how the girl in the front, like she's just holding her little stick and she has her eyes closed. And I feel like she thinks that she's part of a tribe. Like she feels like she's not the only one doing this. But then look at the background, like they kind of look a little scary to me, and she thought like, hey, we're all doing this together and we're moving in the same direction. We have the same purpose, the same cause. We have the same vision, and she's trusting that and believing that. And like, like she's closing her eyes. It's like that's how much she trusts in that, But then you wake up to the harsh truth that no, that you're like in it on your own, that you're like the only one of your kind, you know what I mean? Or not that you're the only one of your kind, but in your specific setting, you are, And I feel like you are trying to live up to something higher, to something that's pure, to something that's genuine, that's true, that's unconditional, that's divine, like you have high standards for the work that you do. I'm hearing everything I do is my first name. It's like you have high standards for yourself and you thought everyone around you was the same as you. And I feel like you're realizing that that isn't the case. But this is a good thing, okay? I know that it can feel painful. Oop, I just realized it was blurry. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I know you feel like it's painful because you feel like, what the hell, I thought we were on the same wavelength. I thought like we were on the same boat. I thought that I had a tribe, that I had people that were like me and that I could count on and that I could rely on, I thought we were kindreds, And so when you realize that that's not the case, it can feel very defeating and debilitating and discouraging when you see like these people are cutthroat and they don't care and they're not living up to a higher standard the same way that you are. It can be very painful. Like there definitely is that aspect to this, but I feel like you want to know this. As much as it hurts and as much as it sucks to know this, because ignorance is bliss, it's like you want people to show their ass. You want to see the truth about people. You want to know the truth about people because it gives you the ability to move accordingly. Like now these people are not in alignment with you. Now you see that there is an incompatibility. So then you have the power now to move away from these people, you know what I mean? To make room, to make space, to find your true tribe, the people that are actually going to resonate with you and that align with you. And I'm not saying that you have to like actively go out there and like, no, like I need my tribe. No, like, you do have to just be okay maybe being alone, being on your own, but at least you're not in the wrong company, you know what I mean? What's that quote? Like there's no lonelier place than being like in the wrong company. When you feel lonely within a group of people, you're in bad company. So it's better to just be alone than to have the wrong company. So I feel like this is what your 2025 is looking like, generally speaking, is you're just going to start to see the true nature of the people around you, the people that you believed in, that you thought were like you. You're going to see a harsh truth, a truth that you didn't want to see, And I keep hearing that Lizzo song in the background, like, I think it is called Truth Hurts. Like, why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, say it straight to my face. I don't know, I don't really know the words, but I like the part where she's like, I took a DNA test, found out I'm 100% that bitch. I feel like that's gonna be you, like, that's your energy where you're just like, man, I thought y'all were like me, but I guess not. I'm hearing like you're feeling that people need to grow a virtue or two, grow some morals. So yeah, it can feel very isolating and very painful, but Spirit is saying that this is very loving and it's Like, you need to know this. You need to be able to see this again so that you can move accordingly, so that you can move away from people. You want people to show themselves, to show who they really are and what they're really about and how they really feel and what they really believe and what they think, so that if you need to move away, you can. And God is saying that they definitely have a hand in this. This is like the divine hand of God touching your life and showing you the truth. Is the truth gonna hurt? It is, but it's for your own good. You need to see this. I feel like people are just going to be showing their ass. They're going to be showing their truth, or like their truth is going to be revealed to you in some way. The mask is gonna slip. It's gonna fall off. You're gonna catch a whiff. You're gonna see behind the curtain, like the Wizard of Oz, like the man behind the curtain. You're gonna see the truth, and it's painful and it sucks, but you're like Elphaba, and you're just like, absolutely not. This is not in alignment with who I am. This is fraudulent. You're gonna feel so hurt because it's like something you really believed in. It's something you really wanted to believe in. But now that you know the truth, you can fly free, you know? You can go your own way. You can move away from these people that are incompatible with who you are and how you work and how you move as a person that cares, as a person that has standards, and as a person that's doing it for something much larger and greater than whatever, you know, these people are doing it for. Whatever these people are succumbing to, like, you're beyond it. You're ready to move beyond it. So as difficult as it may be to go through this, just know that it is for the best. It is for the best. It's like a bittersweet energy. Okay, so that's general. So let's see for love and relationships. Why men great till they gotta be great? And I don't feel like it's like only men, like why men? I feel like men as in mankind, like humans. And with the whole Elphaba and the Wizard of Oz messaging, you know, it's very possible that some of these people could like start painting you out to be the bad guy. But you can't pay attention to that. I feel like, you know, you have clarity, you have the truth. So let people say whatever they want to say, because the real ones will come and talk to you and get to know you before they form an opinion about you. Anybody that believes anybody's crap, those are exactly the people you want to stay away from, right? So let them disqualify themselves. Remember, it's better to be alone than to be in bad company. So yes, for love and relationships, let's see. I feel like because you may have been caught so off guard with the people that were around you and like seeing their true colors, that now you may be a little bit like untrusting. You know, like you may be a little cynical where you're just like, is everybody out here a fraud, you know? And you feel like the front people are putting on, the facade people are putting on, that's what it is. And you can't really trust what's actually lurking, you know, what's actually under there. Like, you know that there could be more to the picture than just what a person presents themselves to be, you know? So I do see you being wary in this department. Like, you're just questioning, is this person really who they say they are, kind of situation, you know? Because I do feel like you're going to be coming around a lot of people. It seems like there's going to be a lot of people in your remit this year, like coming in and out, like you're going to be meeting new people, or maybe you're going to be going to new places. And yeah, like I do see like a lot of people, an abundance of people coming in and out. And you just don't want to get caught up in anybody's web of lies. You could also be like standing up for yourself, defending yourself. I feel like you might be making a lot of judgment calls on these people. Like as soon as you see any kind of wishy-washy energy, any like haziness, anything that doesn't match, doesn't align, like it's incongruent, with what someone presents themselves to be, or what they say they are, what they say they value, but then how they act and what they do, what they say. Like as soon as there's any kind of like discrepancy, I feel like you're going to make a judgment call and you're quick to bounce. Like you're quick to just be out. So it's almost like a lot of people are going to be coming in, but then they're also going to be going out at the same time, because you're not going to be here for like the BS. I feel like you're not really giving the people the benefit of the doubt. You used to, but you're not anymore. You're just like, nope, that's a discrepancy. Like, like that's a red flag. Like, that's conflicting right there. And whether or not that's the right approach is up for debate, but it is what's coming up here. It's what I'm seeing. I feel like you're protecting yourself. Like you know who you are. You know what your energy is. You know that you're solid, that you're stable, that you're reliable, that you can be depended on. You know what I mean? And so when you see anybody that's really not in this energy, that's more of like that wishy-washy, in and out, frivolous, surface level kind of energy, I feel like you want no parts of that. You don't want to get caught up in that web, like web of lies. It's like, I learned my lesson once, I don't got to learn it twice, you know? Because I do feel like you're such a loving person. You have so much love to give. There's a purity to you. There's an innocence. There's like a lightheartedness. Like you just want to be playful and loving and open and kind and cooperative. You want to share, but it's hard to do that in a way that's going to be safe when there's all these people around you that just want to compete and, you know, just are looking to one-up each other. Like that's not where you thrive. That's not the environment that you thrive in. You know what I mean? And so you just want to protect yourself. And I think that this is going to be cause for anxiety. Like you are going to have anxiety when it comes to relationships and trusting people and letting people in, because you just don't trust people. I feel like you haven't had good experiences so far with people, like, and so you don't trust people with your heart, you know, with your time. You don't feel safe. And you could even feel like this is a weakness that you have, that this innocence and this purity, you could be like, what the hell? Like, am I just dumb? Am I just naive? But Spirit wants you to change perspective on that. Like you're not weak because of these qualities. It doesn't make you weak. It's actually really strong. The fact that you could be so in touch with your inner child like that, with your heart, in a world like ours that hardens us and that separates us from that energy, it's a big feat to stay connected to that inner child heart energy in a world like ours. So it's actually not a weakness, because you might feel like, well, I wish I was more cutthroat. Do I have to be more cutthroat in order to protect myself in a world where everyone is like this? Well, do I need to be like this too? Like I'm being left behind, or I'm being stepped all over, or I'm being played or something. And it's because I have a good heart, you know? And I don't know, I feel like you're going to feel very isolated and very vulnerable and weak. And you could even feel victimized. But Spirit wants you to know that this is actually a strength. This is actually a beautiful quality to have. You have so much love to give. I feel like you're such an emotional person. There definitely is an innocence to you. And it's these characteristics that it's what's going to help you to build like an ideal group for yourself. Like you having the qualities that you have and you being the person that you are. It's not weak. It's a strength. It's a power. And when you see that other people are not in tune with that, are not in alignment with that, or like they don't care to respect it, to consider it, to care for that, those qualities, for that aspect. Like when you see people are quick to like step all over that and not give a crap about those things, that's your indication that those people aren't good for you. It's the people that can celebrate those qualities that you see that have those qualities too themselves, that you want to like align with and that you want to work with, that you want to be in a team with. So I think it's just going to give you the toolkit to be able to separate who you want to be in alignment with, like in close proximity to, who you're going to allow in your circle around you, and who you're not. Because the people that like step on this energy that you have, that don't consider that side of you, that sweet, innocent, vulnerable side, that's your clear indication that they're not the right ones. If they isolate you and push you to the side and disregard you, discard you, I feel like you're going to feel a heaviness, You're going to feel burden when you're around those kind of people. And you're going to become like an expert in being able to suss out this energy. And it is what's going to bring balance in your life. Like, this is how this is how you're going to see who's who and what's what, and be able to put everything in its place and bring balance to the space. Because you want people that can respect you and that can respect that side of you and that can make that side of you feel safe and feel cared for. You are very sensitive. I feel like that's what it is. It's a sensitivity. You're so sensitive, and it's not a weakness. It's your strength, because anybody that takes advantage of that sensitivity or disregards it, steps all over it, sees it as weak, takes your sensitivities as a weakness, takes your kindness as a weakness, it's like they're showing themselves to you. That's how they show themselves to you. And the way that you bring balance is by moving the hell away from these people, by knowing that you deserve more, you deserve better, you deserve people that are going to honor that sensitivity, that are going to honor that creativity, that, dreaminess, that playfulness, that loving part of you, that hopeless romantic part of you, you know what I mean? And so when people can make that part of you feel safe, you know that those are your people. Those are the people that you want to align to, that you want to work with. So it's actually what's helping you to be able to tell everyone apart. Because you were confused, like you weren't seeing people clearly, but now you're going to know how to see them clearly. Because you're going to be able to feel their impact. You're going to be able to pick up on how they move, how they make you feel, what they value, what they appreciate, what they consider. So it's actually like a gift from God, that all of this is happening because you're going to be able to have more discernment to know who you want in your life and who you don't want in your life. It's going to become clear to you. Like, you're going to be able to see it so clearly, like who's just in and out, surface level, not transparent, not upfront, you know what I mean? Like people that withhold information. And this is what's going to help you shift the energy by deciding and like making a judgment call around who can be around you and who can't, you know what I mean? Like who can access you and who can't. So that's good. It seems like you're developing a really useful tool for yourself this year. We all need to be able to do this, right? To have the discernment to do this, to be able to pick up on the patterns. And I feel like one of the patterns you're going to be picking up on is like people that are not upfront, like they're not forward, you know what I mean? Like they don't tell you things, like they like to stay mysterious, but it's not for any kind of reason that's acceptable, but it's like it's malicious. It's like they want to stay confusing because they don't want you to see them. You know what I mean? Like they don't want you to see the truth about them, know the truth about them, because it doesn't serve them. It's like it's coming from a malicious place, because sometimes people can be mysterious and like can withhold information, but maybe it's because they don't feel safe or no one is coming to ask them directly, so on and so forth. You know, like there could be valid reasons why someone would want to be mysterious, but these people, like their reasons for wanting to be mysterious, it's so that they don't get caught. It's because they're lying. It's because it's not adding up. You know what I mean? Like when something is not adding up, that's your cue. So yeah, you're just becoming more clear with who's worth your time, your energy, who you want to be around, who you want to work with, who you want to partner with, because you know yourself very clearly. You know who you are and the energy you bring. You know that you're valuable, and you just don't want people playing in your energy anymore. Okay, so again, it's like bittersweet. I think that's our key word this year. It's bittersweet. So let's see then, we're going to move on to money, finances, career. What can we expect in this department for 2025? Let's see. Okay. So for money, career, and finances, again, like I was picking up on work energy from the beginning. I feel like you're gonna see the truth about people. You're gonna see who was the wolf in sheep's clothing. And this is gonna impact your career. Like this is impacting your career or your money, your finances, your job, what you do for work. I feel like you do have to be patient. It's going to take time for everything to fall into place, for everything to like rebalance, because I feel like you're going to see that people that are doing, I don't know, it's like whoever you work with, like the people that you work around, like you guys don't have the same motivations. Like what you're doing it for and your why, it's not these people's why and what they're doing it for. I feel like they're being fraudulent, like they're being phony, they're being two-faced, fake. They have self-serving interests, you know? And I think you're going to have an opportunity to move away from it. I feel like you're going to have to decide, am I going to stay here with this phony activity happening, or am I going to move away from this because it's not in alignment with me? Because I feel like you do work earnestly and honestly, and you are, you know, like you commit yourself, you dedicate yourself. You want to make sure that your work is quality work, that you give it the time and the energy that it needs to be of quality, you know? And you just want everybody around you to do the same, like to have the same mission, standards, work ethic. And you're going to be noticing that like whoever you work for, whatever you're doing, it's like they're being fake, they're being phony, they're not doing it for the same reasons that you're doing it, or in the same way that you're doing it. They don't have the same intentions that you have. And so you're going to have to choose if you're going to stay here or if you're going to move away. I feel like you are going to move away. I see you moving away. I do see you being anxious about it because you don't know like what the future holds. Like you're scared about moving away. You're scared about if you're going to be successful or not. But Spirit is definitely trying to get across that you have what you need to go your own way, to do it your way. Like, don't follow anyone's blueprint. Don't follow what other people are doing. What you're doing is what's right. It's what's correct. So believe in yourself, trust in yourself, go your own way, and cut out the people that you need to cut out. And be very straightforward. Like, call it out. I feel like you might have to call it out. Like, call it how you see it. Yeah, when it comes to your work, like you're calling out some shady ass energy. And Spirit is saying, yes, this is your purpose. This is your function. This is what you can do. This is like your skill. It's like up to you to bring balance in a workplace. You might feel anxiety having to do it. You might worry. But I feel like you have some kinds of higher insight or something. And you have to move away from it. But I feel like you also have to call it out and like make it be known what's going on to bring balance into a work group within the people you work with. That's so interesting. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like you're being called to be the truth teller. I feel like you're going to find out some difficult truth. You're going to see someone's true color, or like a group of people's true color, the people around you, something. And you need to call it out, because you calling it out and you bringing it to light is what's going to bring balance in this space. And like, for whatever reason, you are the person to do it. Like they're saying, it's like, this is your skill set. Like you're going to be in the position and the power to be able to call it out. Something having to do with your work and money and finances. So I'm not really getting like how it's looking, like, are you going to be making money? Is that going to be increasing? How are you going to be looking? Like, if you're going to be stable, like that's not really what's coming through. What's coming through is like the need for you to call out a wolf in sheep's clothing, call out something fraudulent. Like they don't want you to turn the other cheek, because you're going to see something very clearly. You're going to know it like the back of your hand, and they don't want you to turn the other cheek. They want you to like call it out, call it how you see it, because this person is like, or people, they're like moving behind the scenes. Like people can't see them. It's like smoke and mirrors, but you can. So you have to like be that person that brings through that sort of truth, like that justice energy, because you basically calling this person out is what's going to allow that person to receive their karma instead of like keep getting away with it. And this is very loving, because I feel like you feel like, well, I don't want to get involved in anything that is drama. I don't want to call anybody out, But Spirit is saying this is the divine hand of God, and this is how it's working through you. This is how the energy moves, how the energy changes, how it shifts. This is why they were saying like the sensitivities that you have are your strengths. So this is something that's going to happen slowly over time. Don't rush anything. I feel like your work is going to reach a peak. Whatever it is that you do for work, you're going to get really, really good at it. It's like you're reaching mastery. You're like perfecting it. So watch out for like having an obsessive quality surrounding work. I think you're going to be very happy with yourself and with how you show up and all of that. But I do think that you're calling something out here. You're bringing something forward. You're bringing something to light. It's not going to exist under like a veil of illusion, under some kind of facade. You're going to say the truth about something that's happening in the workplace. It could be that people might not believe you. So whether or not people believe you, like whatever, just do what's right, do what's just, what's fair, say the truth, be honest. I feel like I don't even have to tell you this. You already know this. This is just how you operate. This is like, these are your values. And yeah, like I feel like you might get cast out or something, or I don't know, but who cares? Like, you don't want to be around these people anyway. This is bad company. You don't want to collude with this. You don't want to try to like fit into and morph into what someone wants you to be and what someone wants you to do. You want to take right and proper action. You want to be the real deal. Okay? Be yourself. Even if that means that people are going to, again, discard you, cut you out, whatever. I'm hearing that part in Defying Gravity, the part where she says like, I can't want this anymore. And then she says something like, too long I've been afraid of losing love, I guess I've lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. Yeah, like I feel like you're gonna have to go your own way. You're gonna have to like be alone or something. And just trust that eventually the truth will come out about you, and that people will see the truth about you eventually. Like the right people will. Who cares how the wrong people see you? The right people will eventually see like, oh my God, she was right. she called that out. She wasn't lying. And if they're good people, they might come back and like make amends. But if not, then who cares? You know what I mean? Like, go your own way. You're capable. You have what it takes to be successful on your own, to move away from this and to like not fall in line. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm saying like you might need to start over. Like when it comes to work, I don't know if you're going to have to like look for another job or like go on your own, go independent. Again, you have what it takes to be successful all on your own, okay? Don't stay somewhere that's shady, and say something if something isn't fair or right or just. Don't overthink, don't second guess yourself. And if it gets you cast out, then so be it. Okay, that's what's coming through. So we're going to go ahead then and move on. That's so interesting. I kind of wanted to stay in that energy. Not like to stay in that energy, but you know, I wish like more information came out about like finances, like how's that looking? But this is what Spirit wanted to focus on, so I'm just going to let it be. So the card that you got is number 65, and it's called The Breaking. So that can be a significant number for you, or the number 11. Defying gravity. I keep hearing defying gravity, so maybe that song is important for you this year. So let's go to the book and see what it says. Okay, so it says, you are breaking apart. You might not understand it at all. There is not so much to be understood, but the simplicity doesn't mean that it is easy to endure. You may worry that you're going too far, that you may not recover or ever come back again. But what can you do? Can you hold back from the divine love that calls you, that lures you to becoming all that you are, to remembering your divine nature? Well, you could try, but for what purpose? Temporary rest before the storm at best. So take the rest if you need it, and then dive into the storm. Let yourself be brokenhearted by the divine, so that you can become your truth, become all that you're meant to be. It is better to have the heart broken so that it grows, than to be brokenhearted by thinking that you must protect yourself from love. This oracle brings compassionate guidance that no matter what sadness or anger, despair or frustration you may feel, you are being pulled apart not by dark forces, but by the loving embrace of the divine, as it strips you of that which would keep you from your divine realization. Let go and break. It is going to be the making of you. And then the little poem says, love is a special closeness that sings from the heart, that warms my days and nights, that feels good, that makes me smile, that makes me glad to be alive. Oh my goodness, like the intensity, I can't. But yeah, it makes sense with the rest of the messages that we got. It seems like you are definitely going through some transformative fires, like you're going to be going through some tests, but just know that you will emerge stronger. You're going to believe in yourself, and you're going to be able to overcome any self-doubt and fear that have held you back in the past. So just know that success will arise from whatever it is that you're going through this year. Be patient, stay in your process, stay present while, new energy comes in and takes the place of whatever intense situations you may be going through. Spirit is assuring us that whatever we're going through right now is really powerful, and it's going to yield such a great harvest for us, okay? So just play your part, play your role, live up to your purpose, because it is for the greater good of all beings, I feel. I feel like somehow, some way you're playing hero, and that's not always an easy job to have. Sometimes the hero gets crucified, but goodness will come from your labor. Spirit is assuring you that much. Okay, guys, that was pretty intense. But yes, that was our message. Let me know how that resonated for you, if it's already resonating for you, or if throughout the duration of the year you notice that any of these themes come up. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy here with me today. I look forward to seeing you guys again around here real soon. Take good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye.